Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. Another very important black historical figure in Canadian history is responsible for two major things: the Detroit race riots and also the establishment of Canada definitively as a secure terminus for the Underground Railroad. And the fact that we don't know about this person is definitely what's bothering me today. So, the person in question is a young man from Kentucky named Thornton Blackburn. Now, Thornton Blackburn was a self-emancipated man whose struggle ultimately resulted in the, aforementioned events that I told you about. So he was born in Mason, Kentucky in 1812, and he was born into slavery. At some point, he moved to Louisville, Kentucky, and that's where he met his wife. After meeting his wife, whose name was Lucille, they then fled to Michigan in 1831. In 1833, slave hunters were in pursuit and they managed to catch them. So they located, recaptured, and arrested them, but Lucille managed to escape when a well-meaning woman offered to trade clothes and sort of identities with her to allow her to walk out of the jail, and she was under very light guard. Thornton, however, was not. Lou, who we'll call her for now, she manages to safely escape across the river into, British North America, into Upper Canada at that point, in, I think, Amherstburg. So she was fine. However, Thornton was heavily guarded, shackled in chains, couldn't sort of do the same thing. This is where the Detroit race riot comes in. So, the day before his alleged return to Kentucky, when he would be shipped back to his master, Detroit's black community, like all of it, rose up and stormed the jail like the French stormed the Bastille. They kicked off what were known as the Blackburn Riots, which are pretty much the earliest race riots in Detroit's recorded history, I'm pretty sure. And, 400 black men from Detroit participated in this event and ultimately helped secure Thornton's freedom. So he fled to Essex County, which is where Amherstburg and the modern day city of Windsor is located. And they helped smuggle him across, where he then, joined his wife. They were reunited and things were immediately happy, but still tense, because what happened afterwards was that there was pressure from the Americans to return the slaves rather. So, here's where we finally get the rest of the story that ultimately makes Thornton Blackburn a very important figure, not just in Canadian history, but for black people across North America. Once in Essex County, Thornton was jailed briefly while a formal request for his return was issued by the Michigan Territorial Governor. A reply came from the Lieutenant Governor of Upper Canada, Major General Sir John Colborne, who refused extradition to the United States, noting that a person could not steal himself, and that a lifetime of slavery was too severe a punishment for any crime less than murder. As a result, by refusing to extradite Thornton Blackburn and his wife Lou, they managed to secure for all black people the location of what we now call Canada as a safe terminus for the Underground Railroad. Yes, there were safe houses all throughout the Northeast, and by this point, these states were very much free states where slavery had been abolished, but that didn't mean that, slave patrols and slave hunting patrols couldn't just come up to the north to try and find their former masters' slaves and then shackle them and return them to the slave-owning states in the South. John Colborne and this event and the Detroit race riots, known as the Blackburn Riots, all allowed for the establishment of Canada as a safe terminus for the Underground Railroad, directly impacting and saving the lives of thousands of black people. And the fact that we don't recognize the, I guess you could say, historic significance of this for Canada and America, and the role this plays in our collective histories and the history of Black people in Canada is definitely what's bothering me today.